Hello everyone, Jack Small of Animation Station back into you all again with yet another brand new video, and today we have yet another Spongebob video, because it's still Spongebob month, so just deal with it. And today we have a pretty interesting pairing. We have the criminally underrated hall monitor versus the criminally overrated Jellyfish Jam. How is this going to work? Well, let's find out and get straight into Hall Monitor. I love this episode. I'm just going to spoil it right now. This is, in my opinion, the best episode of Season 1. It is so funny, so memorable, so rewatchable, and just so entertaining to me. There are so many great things about this episode. I love the animation. It is the best of the season, by far. Yes, eat your heart out, Culture Shock. Also, what else is good about it? Oh, the humor and the writing. Top notch. And funny. Incredibly funny. What else to praise about it? Ooh, the story. I really like the story to this one. It has that perfect balance of kinda serious, but also absolutely hilarious. And it is such a great episode that I have literally no complaints. Yet people very rarely talk about it. And just to show even more praise to it, I'm gonna do 2 highlights this time around. Yes, 2 highlights. Highlight number 1 is going to be the lecture montage. It is funny, quick, and incredibly well made. And then the second one is the interaction between Spongebob and Patrick with the ice cream on the brick wall, with him in his hall monitor costume. It is so funny and so amazing. I have no complaints with this episode whatsoever. It is an amazing episode of SpongeBob. One of my absolute best of not just Season 1, but of the entire series to date, and it deserves nothing more than a final verdict of our very first 10 out of 10. It is a classic episode with 0 flaws, and people need to give it a lot more love, because this episode is a 10 out of 10. It is the best episode of Season 1, spoiler alert, and it is one of the best episodes of the franchise. But now, unfortunately, we have to turn off the smile and get the grumpy face, because it's time for Jellyfish Jam. This episode is confusing. It has a great start, don't get me wrong. It has a really good start with SpongeBob posing as a statue and then catching the jellyfish, and then the jellyfish following him, and all that. The beginning of this episode is really good. But the rest of the episode tanks hard. And it has some of the biggest problems of any episode that I've seen. I can't call this episode flat out bad because the beginning is so good, but the rest of it is really just bad and confusing. So, yes, the ending is a mind screw. I do not like how this does the rude roommate trope, one of the worst things in any cartoon or show ever. And it just has so many problems and flaws, and I just cannot get around it. And it's barely passable. Just barely. So, but the highlight, the play dead gag, and like I said, the entire beginning, which is really good. Which is what saves the episode from being all out bad, and I have to give it a final verdict of 4 out of 10. It is okay, but just barely. It has so many flaws and issues that I don't want to go into depth with because I already spent so much time on pizza delivery when it came to flaws. So, I'll just say this. It is incredibly overrated, and it is one of the most confusing and cluttered episodes of the season. Now time for final thoughts and rankings, which is not even a contest, let's be honest. Well, so much for having number 2 spots that aren't in shame in a row. Sorry about that, but yes, the one that is shame is Jellyfish Jam. The beginning is so good, but after that, the episode just tanks hard. And that's why it gets second place. It is a barely passable episode. Which means the winner by a freaking long mile is Hall Monitor. An amazing, classic episode, the best of the season. In every single way possible, I have literally no complaints. So yeah, a pretty big gap, but let's hope that our next review isn't so outmatched and unfair. So until then, I'm Jack Small, member Animation Stations, your one-stop destination. Please like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, my friends.